Hey, hey, it's Sister Self Care Sunday. We are excited to
Yes,
be here. Listen, this is going to be a fun episode, I think, today. What you think, Denise?
I think so. I think so.
All right, good, good. So, first of all, it was like a little taxing today because I did my hair and I'm like,
Beautiful.
thank you, thank you. But at first, I was like tussling with, do I do a roller set? Go back to the '80s with them wet sets, '70s, '80s for wet sets. Like, do I do the wet set or do? And I was like, you know what? I don't have time to do the wet set because I have to let my wet set sit all day. So I said, you know
Mhm.
what? I'll just flat iron it and then just wrap my hair up. I try to keep heat out my hair, y'all. So, how have your week been, Denise? How's everything been?
It has actually been pretty good. Got my son all set. Yartel, for those of you who know, my youngest son is going to school for international law, going to law school now, girl. Woof, in Washington, D.C. I need y'all to pray for me and my family because, girl, Washington city is cost of living is like out of this world. So we're gonna go on Memorial Day weekend, me, him, and my grandson to see, places for him to live, see if
And
he can
then
get
see if they
it.
have any partnering cities because they have good
Yeah,
transit
we're
around.
gonna go to Virginia
Yeah,
and Maryland.
yeah.
Look on the outskirts there. Plus, he has friends that live there.
Okay.
That's going to. They're waiting for us to come so they can, help out as well. One of his
Nice.
best friends, or like his brother, from school in Indianapolis, that still lives there. His family and him is they're actually from Washington D.C. So his family lives there, and he, goes back and forth seeing his family, so he only has a semester left and he'll probably be moving back to Washington himself. So,
Okay.
yeah, so we'll, see there and, trying to find him a job there and everything. So, girl, the struggle is real, but we just paid for his seating, um, you
Nice.
know, there, which was $900.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
to, say,
Okay.
yes, I'm coming, so
Good.
he
Good.
got his schedule and everything, his first semester, all of that's all set up and everything, got his 4 classes. So I'm excited. He's excited. So just keep us in
Good.
prayer. So that's what happened, what's going on with us this week. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So good. That's good.
yes.
All right. So this week we launched a Michigan Council of Women in Technology. I co-lead their Elevate program. And so we launched that this week, and that was nice. There's a group of women from different organizations, everywhere from Mercedes to Dow, Ford, GM, just a whole slew of areas. So it's really fun working with those ladies in the Elevate program. So, any other ladies tuning in, shout out to y'all. How y'all doing? So let's get into it. We talking about cultivating creativity, and not only in the traditional sense, but in the way that you live your life, from the things you do and the way you live your life. And creativity is so relaxing when you tap into it, and everybody has their own kind of creativity that
Yes.
you like to do, right? But there are all sorts of things. So when we talk about you know creativity, let's think about how we live our lives. You could think creativity from even ways when it's time for you to like take a vacation, for example. Some people, they do staycation sometime. If they can't, if you can't leave and go out the country or go to another state, maybe you just go in the state that you're in and do a staycation somewhere. Find you a really nice area with a nice hotel, and y'all just chill and relax in a hotel and get
Yeah.
with some nature. Go see. As long as I'm by some water, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
For me, being in Michigan, Michigan has some of the most beautiful landscape that a lot
Oh,
of
they
people
do.
sleep on,
They really do.
because we have an island up north called Mackinac Island, and that island is so beautiful. Not to
Mm-hmm.
mention, they have the absolute best chocolate. in the world. They were serving chocolate covered strawberries, and when I tell you,
Ooh, yes.
they were good, y'all. They were good. And so going there, also the west side of the state, the west side of Michigan is so gorgeous. I typically visit Highland, Michigan, but the west side of Michigan, all that water from Lake
Water,
Michigan over
yeah.
there is so beautiful. And then you get people who come visit those towns because
Mhm.
they have tourist towns all along Lake Michigan.
Right.
And the food, the seafood is so good. Like I can't eat the shrimp or, I can't eat shellfish at all. But the trout, baby, the trout,
Mhm.
the fish, it just tastes so fresh. It's so
Yeah.
fresh and you could taste it. Like the food is so good over there. So I go over there and I'll go to some of the beaches over there, and definitely I know I'm hitting up them restaurants because they have some good breakfast too because they have a lot of farmland on the west side of the state.
Right.
Ooh wee.
Yes. But that you brought up a good point, because whether you're an artist, a writer, a gardener, or even just a problem solver at work, creativity is something that you can enrich every aspect of your life. And so we're definitely going to be exploring how to spark up those creative juices. And just like you said, if you do a staycation, I remember, me and my husband, our anniversary is in September, and we actually got married like 2 days before my husband's birthday. So not only do we celebrate our anniversary, but we celebrate his birthday as well. And
Okay.
so, like, for the whole week, like, I always have the creative juices going. Okay, Monday we're gonna do this, because I take off that week like every year from work without fail. And so I will have like one day, like if we're staying at a, hotel, or staying, at the house, like we'll go to one restaurant. We may go bowling. We may go to the hot tub place. We may go rafting, painting with a twist, all kind of stuff for that whole week. I have like an itinerary of things and different restaurants we're going to go to, and different things of that nature, and just, so that it's, nice, and, you're going out doing things. Even if we just go for a ride and go for a walk at a park or whatever, there's a lot of things that you can do that's, free. You could even have like a picnic in your living room, spread out
Yeah,
the blankets on the floor, and, have different foods and different things of that nature. So it's a lot of different ways that you can bring creativity into your life. So,
absolutely. And if you find that you may be challenged with this, just take 15 minutes. Start off with 15 minutes. Maybe it's 15 minutes that you get an adult coloring book and you just
oh,
start
yeah.
coloring to relax, or you doodle, get a journal where maybe you're drawing and just freehand drawing, or going and just writing your thoughts down on paper in your journal just to get your creative juices flowing. And then just kind of give yourself like 15-20 minutes to where you can spin with your thoughts.
Yes.
And I would say start off by clearing your mind. Spend a couple minutes just breathing, closing your eyes, exhaling, and just really clearing your mind. And then get started with some creativity. Go back to childhood if you have to, y'all. Think about what was some of the things that was fun you did in childhood that was kind of creative, because you're never too old for creativity. You're
Mm-hmm.
never too old for creativity, right? And just being able to give yourself some time, like allocate 15 minutes, like, okay, I'm gonna do something. If you can't do it every day, try every other day, something that's creative, whether it's coloring, whether it's a word search, whether you dabble in poetry. Give yourself
Yeah.
15 minutes. Or, we all have a story to tell. What if you're writing a book? If you've ever dreamed of writing a book, maybe you spend 15-30 minutes a day just jotting down your thoughts around your story, what you want to tell, or things like that.
Mm-hmm. Now remember that creativity too is not about perfection.
Right. Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
definitely, not about perfection. And, just, think that, by being creative, sometimes, being creative is, fun. Think of it as, as being fun. And it can relieve a lot of stress,
Ooh, yes, it can. Yes, it
and it's like, meditation in motion, so just think like, it's so funny because my husband used to say, I have seen you come home from work like tired dirt tired, to where you could just fall out at the door when you come in. But when you start doing that interior design, it's just like you're like a whole nother person. And I'm like,
can
where
come
in the
alive.
world is she getting all this energy from? He's like, in 1 second you could be like, oh my God, I just can't. But then you start doing something in the house that deals with, interior design, or, doing some things, and you are like a whole nother person.
Yeah, it gives you energy, don't it?
It does.
It
It does.
revives you.
Find your creative juices and what you want to do. Is just like taking a drug, just like
Yeah.
taking a pill that you just be like, from here to, "Oop," you know.
Now, I want to say for the audience, what is something that you've always wanted to create or learn? Put it
Yeah,
in the comments. So whether you're here with us live or you're watching this in replay, put in the comments what's something that you wanted to create or wanted to learn. And this could be something, maybe it's in the yard, because yard work is very therapeutic,
it
y'all.
is. It
You
really
really
is.
get out there. I mean, minus them bugs, because if you like me, child,
Yeah.
once you start seeing them fat, juicy bugs, I got to
Yeah.
go. I'm like, mm-mm.
But you know what? It's so
It's
funny.
still therapeutic and it's
Yeah.
so relaxing.
Yes.
And you get creative because look at all, whether you choose to go the annuals or perennials, right? You can choose your creativity and how you decorate your yard. So
Exactly.
that is a decoration of the yard is very creative. And my
Now, you know what, Vanette, not meaning to cut you off. I used to have a lawn service, and
oh,
I
that's
love
right.
cutting grass. And because I used to love putting the designs in my grass,
Okay.
and everything, and how manicured it looked, and just everything. And so, yard work and stuff, that's one of my favorite things to do. People be like, that woman outside
I have
cutting
to tell
grass,
you,
she doing this and the other, but that was my
one of
favorite.
one
I'm
of
a,
our good friends, Felicia, she loves yard work. Like
yes,
that's her
yes,
thing, baby. I can catch her outside at any given moment. She gonna be grooming, manicuring that lawn. Her lawn is always looking so beautiful. So
yes,
that's just another way. But in order to be creative, sometimes you got to get past those roadblocks, right?
yes, definitely.
And so if you're at work, and this can help you at work as well, or if you work from home like me, you may need to redecorate your workspace. Make
Yes.
sure your workspace is clear, because through the week, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Through the week, I'm grabbing books. I have tons of books on my desk. So once a week, I'll go through ever so often, and I'll put up the books that I've already used, or things like that. And I may get some fresh flowers and bring in there just to add a little bubbly to it.
Yeah.
Definitely look at your workspace where you're working and just make sure that it's decorated so that you feel alive when you're in that space. So many
Mhm.
times, I mean, we spend so much time working, like that's like 8 hours, if not more, for some folks a day. So, what does that environment look like? Like, if you're at home and you just got a closet, it's gonna kind of drain you. But if you give the room some color that is like soothing for you,
Mhm.
you know, then that's going to make you feel better about being in that space because you're going to be in that space for a while.
Exactly.
Right. And so just
Mhm.
think about how can you reinvent or just add a little something to spruce up your space.
Exactly.
You may not be a flower person. I'm a flower person. I love flowers. But maybe it's pictures.
Mm,
Maybe it's some type of picture you could put up that
exactly.
really makes you happy and bring you alive.
And it's so funny that you said that, because just thinking about my son, the one that's actually in law school, he loves Japan. So when he went to school over there, he went for 3 months over to Japan. And he went to school over there. So of course you have to learn the language and write it and all of that stuff. So, but when he first went to college, I had, one of those big like 11 by it might have been like a 20 by something picture frames, right? It was huge. And so he loves Mustangs. So I put a Mustang car on there. I put some pictures of Japan on there. I put some
Nice.
other things that he really likes. So it was like about 9 different pictures that was, put into this frame. And it was really, really nice. But these were things that he actually loved, and put them in his, in the frame. And I hung it up in his dorm room so that he could, just keep his mind focused on what, the reason that he was there for and everything.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
he loved that picture, and everything. And he's like, oh yeah, when, I get my house, I got this, picture hanging up and everything. But whatever works for you, as far as you said, like pictures and just redecorating, moving the furniture in your living room and everything. And
Now,
so,
what are some tips you have for them about if they have a roadblock for creativity? Like,
well,
if
it's
you have a
good.
roadblock for creativity, what is one thing you do, Denise?
One thing is, don't ever underestimate the power of disconnecting and stepping away. From like digital, devices, and just get back to the basics sometimes. Like if you always use a computer, use pen and paper, or getting your hands dirty, like you said, just stepping away and doing some other things just to clear your mind, just so that you're able to think. Sometimes it may be even like taking walks, and just doing things that's going to reconnect your senses and things of that nature. So that's exactly, what you want to do when you have those roadblocks, those stumbling blocks. Just disconnect from stuff.
And then I want you all that's watching to put down in the comments, what are some tips that you do if you hit a roadblock? Like,
Yeah.
what are some things that you do? Because Denise gave some good ones, from shutting off all your electronics.
Hmm.
Sometimes we just have to disconnect to really be in the moment with ourselves.
Yeah.
So cut off the TV, disconnect from the phone, disconnect from your tablets, your laptop,
Hmm.
take a walk. Sometimes some
Yeah.
fresh air and just being outdoors can spark your creativity.
Yeah. So
What
now that
are
it's
some
getting
things that
warm.
you do? Yes, yes. So, what are some things that you do to spark your creativity?
Hmm.
Another thing that's really good is doing some type of physical exercise. So, you
Yeah.
can do that by going outside, taking a walk, taking a jog. Um, but definitely, exercise will spark some
Oh
creativity.
yeah, it
So,
definitely will. And then too, creativity can also be communal. It could be a communal activity. So, you can collaborate with, others, or, friends, to increase your creative, output. And which makes it a lot of fun. You can, decide, well, in order for me to get my creative juices, let me join this class. Not only, do you have others that you could feed off of, and they can feed off of you,
right.
but then meet people, get a chance to meet new people and different things of that nature. So you definitely want to make sure that you look at all avenues, not just being
Right,
creative yourself,
right.
but what can you do, as a group.
And
You may have a
you
group of
have
girlfriends
friends
that you
like
want to do
you have
something.
friends like me and Denise,
Yeah.
child. We got all the art supplies you ever need.
Oh
Let
girl.
me tell you, you can get together with your girlfriends. Y'all get y'all some little easels and paint.
We
Have
have
a little
paint with a twist
potluck.
ourselves, don't we, with
Yes,
our girls?
yes,
Yes.
we do. Yes, we do. And you can just have, like, you don't have to have alcohol there. You can have like healthy foods there
Yeah.
too. You
Yeah.
know, um, not, I ain't gonna lie, we had Mexican food. It was so good.
Oh yeah, girl. We always have like a bottle of wine or something,
It was
nice,
so good.
Yeah,
But let's
we
say
do it.
let's say you don't want to have the alcohol, you can have some really nice fresh made lemonade because
Yeah.
it's my week.
Teas, different
Teas,
things. Yeah.
different teas, flavored teas. You can have virgin, what they call them, mocktails, which
Yes.
is so cute and fun. So, you know, and then the foods you can have everything from cute
Yes.
fruits and vegetables to salads to
Mhm.
finger foods. There's
Yes.
a whole slew you can do, and it's a good bonding time for you and your friends.
Yes.
It's a
Definitely.
great way. Sister Self Care Sunday, we're all about self care.
Yeah,
Care.
definitely.
And these are things that men and women can do.
Mhm.
It's just that we know mostly women get together, and when we get together, we painting, we talking,
Dancing, singing,
and
just doing
doing
everything.
that. Yeah, that's another
Support
thing
each
that's
other.
really
Yeah.
important. If you like to dance, listen. If you like to dance, you can get with you, whether you get with your girls or just find time to put on your favorite jams in the living room and dance
Mhm.
like nobody watching. I
Yeah.
mean, have a good time with that thing. You don't have to wait for somebody, and you don't even have to leave your house if you want to dance and have a good
Yeah.
time. Have
Yes.
your own playlist
Mhm.
and really dancing to music that make you feel alive. Now
Yes.
I love me some Tony Braxton, but y'all not gonna feel alive listen to Miss Tony
Oh,
because she got too many sad love songs.
no. Mhm.
Find you something upbeat, something that's
Yeah.
from that really brings positive memories to your mind, right?
Mhm.
Like I can remember back in the 80s, whoo child, back in the 80s. But they had some fun music. They had
They
fun music
did.
in the 70s too that was so upbeat and
Mhm.
in the
You know
early
what just came to my mind?
90s. What?
The song. When they used to do the free. So get
Uh,
up, get up. I don't know that song.
how they go? Get on the dance. How they go?
Uh, dun, 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 dun. So you can
Yeah,
get up.
that song. Yeah, I remember that. But I like all the. Speaking of songs, I liked all the DeBarge songs too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
DeBarge, and remember the group that his brother was in called?
Uh,
Was it? What was it called?
uh,
Because he's singing that song. There'll never be.
yeah,
There'll
yeah,
never be another. Ooh, child.
girl. All of those songs. But
All of those songs. Oh, you can't forget about Hall and Oates.
wait,
What?
and let's not forget about
Hall and Oates?
in them flashlight and all of that. You know, all
Oh,
of them.
George Clinton, yeah.
Yes, George Clinton, them.
You can find you whatever genre of music you enjoy
Yes,
that gives
yeah,
you life, dance to that music and enjoy it. And
yeah.
then, my question to everybody out there, do you have any creative community buddies? Like, do you have any friends that's creative? Because I have friends that have creativity in different things.
Yes.
You know, we have one friend named Stephanie. She's very creative.
Oh, girl. Woo.
I tell
Oh,
you, sis can cook. Ooh, we sis
mm,
is
mm.
creative cooking, and I mean, I
Yes.
mean 5-star restaurant
I'm
cooking.
telling you, it would be 5 stars. She would have all the
5
divas over, and girl, she would just be like, "Come, just come over." You know, we wouldn't have to bring anything, but Vanette would bring her Tupperware.
because the rest of the girls used to be like, they just showing up, but it's always leftover food. So y'all,
Yes, she
I,
would want to get that leftover food out, but she
I
is a
sure
chef.
would. I
Yeah,
would get all my little Ziploc bags, and when she say y'all can help yourself, child, you said nothing but a word.
exactly.
This was putting it in there. Me and my kids was eating good.
Yes,
Good.
yes,
So if you have friends that cook, um, if you have friends that paint, friends
mm,
that dance, go
yes,
skating. Skating is a good way to get out there. Bike riding. Oh,
yes,
on these beautiful days, get out there and bike ride. Oh
yeah.
my gosh. And being outdoors, whether you're walking or what have you, having a walk buddy where y'all just walking
Mm-hmm.
because like I have a toy poodle Chloe, and Chloe little legs, she get tired, y'all. She get tired sometimes. So I went out and got my baby a little stroller.
I was thinking that you was about to say some platforms. No.
I got my baby a stroller. They had it on sale at the home goods store. And so I got her a little stroller so that when we walk in, when she gets tired, because when she gets tired, child, her tongue hang out her mouth and she about to pass out. So I'll have a little water I take with me, have her little stroller so I can put her in the stroller once her little legs get tired
Yes.
and continue my walk. Because other than that, when Chloe gets tired, she's gonna stop and she's gonna be like, "You're gonna have to pick me up because these legs can't move no more."
Yes.
And even though she's only 9 pounds, I only want to carry her while I'm out there trying to get my little walk on, so I can just push her in her little stroller. But
Yeah.
I can do that, go for a walk, get creative, color.
Yeah.
Coloring is so relaxing, y'all.
It is. It
Ooh,
really is. I bought 4 coloring books and a big
ooh,
thing of crayons recently.
it's so
And
relaxing. And you know what else is relaxing? Word search.
oh yeah.
Isn't
Keeps
it
your brain, yes, they tell you too to do those puzzles because it keeps your brain active and everything. So
Yes, yes. So think of how you can really get creative, cultivate creativity because it is part of your self care. And you always want to find a way to do something that gives you life. Try
yeah,
something different.
definitely.
Like think of some different things. Maybe you want to plant a garden.
Yeah.
Um, I was recently looking, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I was looking at the Consumers Report, and they were talking about all the pesticides that's on certain fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
I was like, Lord Jesus. They said, leave the string beans alone, y'all. They said,
And I told you I went and bought all of these seeds, and I have a lot of seeds for squash, green beans, peppers, lettuce, greens, tomatoes,
when you
everything. I
gonna plant?
really, you know what? That's why I was saying that where I'm at now, I wouldn't be able to, but this is what, I was
Well,
just
if
thinking.
you get an elevated one, can't you do it on the elevated one?
That's what I said, or either do it inside of the little totes that I was talking about, the big huge totes,
Yeah, yeah.
and just do it in there, and just because my family, I'm gonna be honest with you, my family back when my grandparents were living, we owned land out in Monroe, Michigan. My grandfather had a garden out in Monroe. I mean, a huge, all the land that we had out there. It was a huge garden with all kind of vegetables. We
Mm,
had so much fruits and vegetables that it took care of our whole family,
oh, that's nice.
and they could give stuff to their friends. I
Nice.
mean, when you have enough that you could take care of your whole entire family, and we're talking about different households, the whole
Mhm.
family from up here in Michigan, you know, um, and everything, that if you have land, trust me, planting your own garden, and then even when you have kids, and the kids going out and collecting the fruits of your labor,
Yeah,
and everything, and that can teach them how to do gardens and responsibilities and different things of that nature. So it's really a bonding thing too that you
yeah.
can have with your kids and your family.
Yes. So I see we have LaShawn Sparks and we have Josephine Upshaw that joined us. And Josephine was like, yes, love it. So
Yeah.
thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We're just really talking about every Sunday for those who are new to our show. Every first and third Sunday to be exact, we
Yeah.
host the Self Care Sunday, which falls under the umbrella of Priority You. And we dedicate these Sundays that we're here to self care. Because, ladies, we do so much that we lose ourselves and we nurture everybody else, and we're often last on the list. So, this is our way of reminding you, like, sis, you can't be last on the list all the time.
Exactly.
You have to care for yourself and be present for yourself. And that's what cultivating creativity does.
It
It
does.
allows you to break free from some of the mundane activities of everyday life. We always call it being grown.
Yes.
Being that grown life isn't fun all the time. And sometimes you want to get back to some creativity. Think about it when you were a child, right? I can remember I could color for hours as a kid, and it used to give me so much pleasure. But so many times we find ourselves tied to the TV, watching the TV, and we lose making time for ourselves. So I just want to encourage everybody to please make time to take care of self and
Yeah.
for creativity. Have
Yes.
fun with it. Denise, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
So, yes, just remember that creativity is not a talent, everybody. It's not a talent, it's a way of operating. So you want to, keep exploring, keep experimenting and, just keep creating, ladies. You know, just keep on. Keep
Absolutely.
on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. All right, ladies, we would like to say until next time, keep
Yes.
nurturing your creativity, keep making time to prioritize you,
You. That's right.
okay? Because you're the most important. And with that said, we're out of here. Have a wonderful Sunday and
Yes.
enjoy your day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.